everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like always, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Like I said in my previous video, you have to excuse me. I'm a little hoarse. Hopefully, you guys will be able to still hear me. But, still got to give you guys the video. But thank you for joining me for my Chef Talking Reviews, where I review the DC TV shows, films, a lot of different content, comics, and things like that. For this video, I will be reviewing Superman and Lois, Season 3, Episode 10, titled Collision Course. If you guys haven't watched the episode yet, spoilers ahead. Um, let's get into it. I see that they started off continuing the storyline from the last episode. We see Mateo. He actually already knows pretty much what's been going on with his parents. His father pretty much, like, I guess out of desperation, or pretty much he couldn't hide it from his son, that since he saw his mother use his powers in the previous episodes that we saw, that it was like he had to pretty much bring him in, you know. So we see that he put his cufflinks on, like he's getting ready for a visit to visit his mom. We know that she's already in the DOD. She's been detained ever since that happened to her, or ever since they caught her from, finding out that Pia was also Automata, that villain that's been terrorizing the city and things. So we get that. Then we cut to the scene with the boys. I see that Clark, I guess he's been missing out. The boys is growing up. He's always on duty as Superman, so he's kind of been missing out a lot, with them growing up. So he figured that why not? Let's have a boys' night. Lois is feeling better a little bit. She's finished with her chemo. We saw that scene on the roof where she actually rung the bell. So she's done with chemo. So she's moving on from that. So that's good that she's finished on with that stage of it. So we saw her ring that bell. So after all of that, Clark, he wants to spend time with the boys now. But as he sees that the boys are occupied with their video games and just basically their own lives as a teenager or as teenagers, he offers to take them somewhere. He came up with the idea of taking them to wrestling, something that they always usually do together as as father and sons. But as we see that John get a call that or Sarah texts them letting them know that they're having a party for seniors and things. So, come on out and hang. So they blew their father off, basically, almost lied to him. Well, they did lie to him, letting them know that like they had plans already, well, they just actually made the plan. So they kind of blew him off and just figured they can just go ahead and hang out, not even considering how he may feel or his feelings. But so that was that story. Then we see Kyle. He's still investigating, trying to figure out who is this person with these powers besides Superman. He's know that it's something's going on in Smallville, that it's another powered person in here that's doing things, and he brought it to Chrissy, trying to get Chrissy to kind of shine some light on it with her journalistic skills. But because she knows the secret and knows the real and knows that's actually Jordan, and she knows the secret of Superman, Kyle pretty much been out the loop. He's the only one that don't know that she kind of brushes him off and kind of dismiss what he's saying and say, no, it could be something else. But all it does is just make him look, try to look harder for it. Figure that if no one believes me, I'm gonna get the proof. So we see also on the other side of that, we see Lana. She's supposed to be meeting with the governor, Governor Wexler. Um, you know, she wants to come see what the mayor of Smallville and what's been going on and how she's been handling everything. They heard about pretty much heard about her and heard about what's been going on and seeing that having an interview with her. Maybe this may lead to bigger and better things. Like Lana was telling her kids or her daughters that they could go to the senator or something higher up, which is cool. Because usually when you're in politics, you kind of try to figure out, you may want to move on to the next stage. Then we see the teenagers, uh, see that where they are, they hanging out. Um, Jordan still harping over the fact that him and Sarah, they're just friends and then they're not together. So when he comes, he sees her with another person or another man. So he kind of try to intervene, but she brushes him off like, "Go get a beer." Because like if they not together, he's coming in and interrupting and pretty much being an ass. So they kind of had some little words with each other and uh, kind of walked off from each other from a little argument they had. Cut to Lois at the DOD, still trying to figure out how can she get this information or have Pia confess uh, to the murders and to kind of get Lex Luthor off because they knew that they faked that confession or faked it so it looked like Lex was the one who killed all these people when in fact it was Pia. Lois figures that they have a bond because they was both dealing with cancer. They both was in the hospital together. They kind of befriended each other. Under the circumstances, they pretty much didn't know each other, but they knew each other uh, through the cancer and through the healing and the process of what they were going through. So Lois feels that maybe she might talk to her, maybe that she can tell her story that that it won't just be written off. Her son will find out all of this information about her, make her sound like a murdering person and all of that. So pretty much a journalistic tactic to get her to talk. She kind of told her a lot of things, but when it came to Lex, uh, not denying it was like almost saying that she did it. So we see that she's waiting on her son. Um, like you said, we saw her son and Mannheim together talking. He giving him couplings and things like that. You know, in my mind, I figured that something might be going on, which we're going to see, and I'm about to talk about now. Spoilers ahead. That when he do get there, after Lana or after Lois kind of convinces Pia again, like you know, what kind of legacy that you're gonna leave for your son? Like you don't want your son to find out all about you through the media this way because they're gonna drag her through the mud pretty much. And with the questions her son probably already had, uh, you know, it may shy him away from his family. So as he come in, he's talking to his mom, letting him know everything's okay. But as we thinking that she's supposed to be confessing, I guess because like we saw earlier or in the last episode, uh, Mateo already knows what's been going on and what his dad's been working on. So he pretty much he comes with the cure and pokes her with the cufflinks that his dad gave to give her powers back and to heal her. So we see her break out. She used Lois to get out. Unfortunately, like she said, under the different circumstances, they could have been the best of friends. But you know, she got to do this for her family. Pia's been doing this for so long that now it doesn't matter now. So come back to the teens to the party. We see that Jordan hears the police coming. So once they come, they shut down the party because there's a lot of drinking going on. A lot of drinking, smoking, whatever. It's a high school party, so probably some underage people there. So They come break it up, but as they break it up, the person that Sarah was with, I guess he had something on him, so he was like he can't get caught with it. So Sarah became the getaway driver. And here they go speeding down the road, and they suggest to turn the lights off to get away from the police so they won't see them. That once they turn it back on, you see the deer right in the middle of the road, and they smack dead right into the deer. We see the car actually flips over to the point where it looks like they're about to crash. Then at the last second, we see Jordan slash Superboy swoop in and snatch them both out and bring them on the street as the car messes up. But as doing that though, he stands there and they see him. As the parents make it there to the scene, as Kyle makes it there to talk to Sarah, the guy actually tells them that they've been saved by somebody. You know, basically fueling what Kyle already been thinking already throughout this whole episode, that he's been already been trying to figure this out. And then now here's another thing. So he kind of put two and two together. And as he leaves, he drops her off at the meeting, or during the meeting. We see Lois have, or Lana have, with the governor. They bring her daughter back with the police, so the governor get a glance to see and all of that. And then what was messed up is that once Kyle walked into the door, Christy was about to stand up, letting the governor know, like, being suspicious of why are you getting up if that's her husband or ex-husband. So a lot of complication. Like they said, episode was called Collision Course. So it could mean a whole bunch of things. So I understand how this episode, because of this episode, you can see why it was called that. We get the scene with Kyle. He shows up at the Kent house while Clark is talking to the boys about what happened, drinking and driving. Jordan, he shows up. Clark finds out he's been drinking, and he lied to him about them going places or having plans, and blew him off. So they got a little heated argument. John, he comes in, same thing, except he wasn't the one doing anything this time. He's the responsible one. But as all of this going on, like I said, we see Kyle. He shows up, demanding to see John, actually. We all know that in the last episode where Kyle was accusing John as the one that's saving people, where it was actually Jordan who saved that person out that fire. So he showed up, demanding to see John, saying that he's the one have the powers. Clark keep telling him he don't know what he's talking about. No, you got the wrong person. They're going back and forth. I know it's him, this, and the other. But then as this going on, because of whatever happened, because of everything that was happening at the DOD, PX escape, alarms going off, Superman gets a chance to hear it. But he hears it at the same time as he's talking to Kyle. So he kind of like, Kyle, you have to go. But Kyle wouldn't budge because he's so adamant about, yes, he's the one. I got to find this out. But Clark tells him he got to go. And it was messed up because I was wondering, like, was it going to happen or not? So, spoiler if you didn't see it. But what ended up happening was that we see this scene where he pushes him back, almost looked like with two fingers. And he was stunned, like, wait a minute, like he hit a wall. You have to go home. He's telling him. Matter of fact, I explain to you later. And then we see that scene. He shoots up. He's out of there. Good thing about Superman and Lois, I love their VFXs. I love their special effects, that we always get this movie quality scenes and episodes every week. I love it. So hopefully that they don't end the series on season 3, that we'll go on to season 4, and and so on and so on. So hopefully we get a chance to see that with this show. But like I said, we see the scene. Clark flies off to try to help and save the day. So Kyle actually, big reveal, knows that he's Superman. Now he has to explain it to him. See how that's gonna go, especially because everybody been lying to him. So had to find out the next episode. So episode pretty much wraps up like that with um, pretty yeah, it pretty much wraps up with them finding out um, Pia escaped. Now the three of them, Mannheim, her son, now they all together again. So have to find out what's going to happen. So what do you guys think about this episode? Uh, what do you like about that big reveal with Kyle finding out Clark's secret? But did you think that it was about time that he should have been in on it, or what? Comments down below. Also, make sure you follow me on my socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Follow me there. Also, hit the notification bell too. So when I do like post videos and behind the scenes pictures and things like that, you guys won't miss out. Also, become a patron. Come join the community. Go to my Patreon page at SymCast Podcast /patreon.com. Different tiers to choose from. I just posted some new things on there. I have an online shop that you guys can choose from some custom things that I've created and put together. So not only a patron, but for you viewers and subscribers that's following my channel, you'll be able to purchase these things. So like I said, go ahead and join the community. So I thank you guys for tuning into my videos and to my content. I appreciate it. Make sure you keep on subscribing. I'm gonna keep on bringing you guys content like this. Unfortunately, The Flash has ended, but I have more videos pertaining to The Flash and a lot of these other shows too that's out here. Spider-Man just came out. I will be doing videos and reviews on that as well. The Flash movie coming out too soon. So just stay locked in. So until then, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Peace.